Welcome back, guys. This is the second in a series of videos on the MOBOTIX SYNC. But first I wanted to mention our website. Guys, if you haven't visited this recently, there's a lot of information at our website, specifically the download center where all software downloads are residing, and the marketing and documentation. Marketing and documentation, if you click on that link, this is where you'll find all the user manuals, the spec sheets, and a host of other information. So I just wanted to mention that. And also the MOBOTIX community. You can see here the URL is community.mobotix.com. A lot of information here. This is what we call our knowledge base. So a lot of answers to your questions in this area. And you can see they're organized throughout these certain panels. So again, community.mobotix.com, you should make that a favorite. So let's begin by logging in. And as you can see from the previous video, we do have some plates starting to fill in. Today's video, we're going to move over to the settings bars, which I like to refer to as the hamburger. I'm going to click here, and today's video we're going to cover the settings section. Okay, and this is where you've got a list of settings where you can add, modify, and delete users of MOBOTIX SYNC. You can audit any of the users of the MOBOTIX SYNC software, and the GDPR is for General Data Protection Regulation. That is for the EU only, so no need to worry about that here in North America. So if we come back to the settings area, this area is only available for administrators. In this section, it is possible to view, modify the main settings for the server. Just note, guys, do not modify the values in this section if you have not read and fully understand the user manual. Okay, so we'll click on this first tab here, configuration of alerts. And this is where you would find the possible alerts within the software. For example, if you're going to email alerts to one or many people. Okay, so this is where you would configure the alerts. The configuration of the data storage here, you can see that I've added a drive to my laptop here. I just simply plugged in a 128 gigabyte USB 3 chip, named that E, called the directory sync data. And then this is where you can modify some of the settings in here. A must save images, delete images after 120 days. I did set these for my personal machine here. These are not factory default values. Okay, process local plates, delete plates after 120 days, and then days limit and historic of capacity. We'll go over that later, okay? The configuration of the sync server itself. This, of course, is a must. This is what you set up in order for your cameras to connect to the sync server. We can use LDAP configuration for sync, enforce login reasons. Telegram, we won't get into some of these just yet. We can move down to the configuration of the email server. And again, if you require the system to send out email alerts as defined by some of the alerts noted above, then you must set up and configure an email account for the system to use. Okay, pretty basic stuff here. And then lastly, there's a section to test the email server connection. Then we move over to the user section. You can see here I have two users, myself, and I gave myself admin privileges. And then I created one for a security guard, just simply the username guard. They have their own password, and you can see here I've set up where they get basic, privileges, plates, lists, and authorizations. Okay, they do not get the full gamut of settings and features. Okay, in typical setup of these, you can see, okay, we'll go over these at a later date, but this is all explained very well in the user manual, which you'll find again at MOBOTIX.com in the download center. Okay, and then audit, you can do an audit on any of the users. It gives a full audit trail of what's been done, what's been changed, who accessed it, the source address, the timestamp, and so forth. Okay. And guys, as with every, almost every panel in here, window in here, you do have, again, the gear down here where you can actually configure what you're going to show on that page. Okay. The actual size of the column and then the position in which it appears on the screen. Okay. So in most pages within Sync, you do have that configuration capability. Okay guys, that's it for this video. It was a short one, hopefully to the point, hopefully will help you out, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks guys.